Hi there, I'm using Verbalate AI video translation and lip sync software. It's pretty amazing. Watch this.
I can translate my videos into other languages. For example, I am now speaking Hindi.
नमस्ते। मैं पहली बार हिंदी में बोल रहा हूं, लेकिन वर्बलिटी इसे इतना आसान बना देता है।
Or how about Spanish?
Hola, vaya, increíble.
También puedo hablar español.
Sign up at verbalate.ai today to gain early access to trial the product for creators and strategic partners, and gain the ability to translate and lip sync videos in all major languages. You can view the info in the description below. Now, onto the video. Hi, it's Lee and welcome to the Tesla Economist. I recently did some financial forecasts to estimate what kind of profit Tesla might see when all systems are go, by which I mean all factories that Tesla have planned currently are ramped up. Tesla has demonstrated it can excel at manufacturing, and I'm only talking about Tesla's manufacturing products here. In other words, I'm excluding the AI segment. That's right, I think Tesla's stock price can triple by around 2026 without any of the AI or robotics making further impact. Not only that, but probably even without Tesla's in-house 4680 cells ramped to high volume production. What I'm saying is that this is just Model Y ramping up at Berlin and Texas, Cybertruck hitting volume production, and Mexico hitting 1 million units a year, along with Shanghai and Lathrop Megapack factories ramped too. And that's it. Just from those activities alone, Tesla's stock price could hit around $500 to $600. Wow, that's a high stock price. And I'm sure would feel good for everyone listening right now. So why is that? Because I estimate that comes in at around $35 billion in earnings a year, with a PE ratio of 50, then that's actually a market cap of $1.75 billion, or $550 stock price. Not only that, I'm giving 20% margin on these sales. I'm also factoring in that by this time this occurs, then the economy would be in a better state and interest rates might have finally dropped a bit. I mean, you can say things might be a bit different, and you have all the right to your own opinion, because none of us can see the future. But either way, I think if these activities occur, then with that PE ratio, then we are in the ballpark of what would most likely be a new all-time high. Okay, sure, we're talking perhaps 2.5 years' time, but that's still an outstanding return on investment. The thing is, this is achieved entirely through manufacturing EVs, something that Tesla has proven themselves on. Well, Megapacks too, which is in all fairness, we haven't seen ramped capacity yet, but it sounds like they are a lot simpler to manufacture than EVs. Alright, you may say Berlin and Texas require more cells to ramp, which means more cells need to be manufactured, and we can't guarantee that Tesla's 4680 cells will be at high enough capacity, or the dry battery electrodes have been solved at volume production. But in come Panasonic to save the day, with their version of the 4680 cell, that is not using dry battery electrodes, so should hopefully not struggle to ramp like Tesla's version. Besides, we know that we can always use LFP cells too, and like I said, we're talking 2 to 2.5 years later, which would be a lot more cells that CATL could ramp up for Tesla over that time period. We can measure Tesla's growth in EVs solely on the supply of cells they have. It surprises me still to this day how few people still get it. Tesla, and the EV industry in general, is still constrained by battery and cell production. And what is happening in that industry? There's still a lot of new cell and battery factories on the way. Not just CATL, Tesla or BYD, but huge ones from the likes of LG and SK Innovations, who've started strategic partnerships with legacy autos like Ford. Legacy have factories on the way capable of producing hundreds of gigawatt hours a year. Why? Because, like I just said, there's still not enough cells to go around. Of course, on top of that, the government is kindly giving them a $35 contribution for every kilowatt hour they produce. As for Tesla in the scenario we're suggesting, which is around 4 million EVs a year, then that would require around 250 gigawatt hours of cell production a year. CATL have a new factory near Giga Shanghai with 80 gigawatt hour capacity. Tesla and CATL are rumoured to do a joint venture of a new LFP factory in Texas with 100 gigawatt hours. Panasonic will have their 4680 cells up and running, and hopefully Tesla have made some progress on their in-house 4680 cells too. Okay, sure, we need to earmark 80 gigawatt hours a year for megapacks as well, but there should still be enough cells to go around in addition to what Tesla have available now. Especially when we consider any other new cell factories that come online between now and 2026. Likely CATL again, as they really are making strides in battery production, and are ahead of everyone else so far. Sure, Tesla's 4680s are amazing in theory, but in reality, currently CATL's M3P cells are more energy dense, more scalable, and currently cost less per kilowatt hour. But when Tesla's theory becomes reality, then the 4680 cells should be all cells in every single aspect. The thing is, Tesla's medium-term future is not dependent on that technology for now, and can still grow substantially without them, due to CATL making such strides in the industry. Either way, it's not hard to stretch your imagination enough to realize that there will be ample cell supply for Tesla to hit enough vehicles for the numbers in production we are talking. So it's certainly a possibility. So rather than lack of cells and batteries for Tesla to hit these numbers, it will more likely come down to Tesla's manufacturing of EVs. We've seen how great a job Tesla have done in manufacturing with Giga Shanghai. We hope or expect that we could see something similar in Berlin and Texas, if there was enough cells. We know that Tesla are struggling with manufacturing with their 4680 cells, but as far as electric vehicles, they have proven themselves. So we can assume that Tesla can ramp Texas and Berlin with enough cells. Then we would also need to hope Tesla are capable of manufacturing the Cybertruck too, another new manufacturing technique that sounds like there will be lots of complexity to. But it goes into production later this year, and in this scenario, we're allowing over 2 years in order for it to hit volume production, of which Elon says it will occur next year. And the same for Mexico, a revolutionary new manufacturing technique for vehicles which hopefully will be a big success and ramp much faster than Berlin and Texas. For one, because there should be enough cell supply, and secondly, hopefully new techniques of parallel production is going to be easier to ramp up. And it's around a total of 5 million units a year for the compact and van combined, supposedly. In other words, you can justify a P ratio of 50 if in this scenario we're at 4 million a year run rate, with an additional 4 million on the way over the following few years. Then that is a great valuation for the company. But like I said, we're not including everything. There's still the semi-truck, which personally I think may take some time. We still need 4680 cells to be solved. However, it's probably a year or so of construction time in getting the semi-truck factory built, and a lot could happen in that time. We haven't been told when Tesla will break ground on the Giga Nevada extension, but if it was at the end of this year, then it's possible we should see the semi-trucks coming off the line in 2025, which would do more for the stock price. Again though, these are still just electric vehicles in energy storage, i.e. the physical products. Tesla is not just a car company. There is the tech, AI and robotics side too. And if we're talking about 2.5 years' time, then we should really expect some big improvements in both FSD and robots. I mean, look at how far the robot is progressing already compared to its reveal, which doesn't even feel that long ago. And if you compare FSD to where it was 2 or 2.5 years ago, then expect similar progress over that period again. Then no one can blame you for expecting a huge improvement, which makes robotaxis look less like a pipe dream. And when you increase the weighting of the probability for a chance of robotaxis, then the stock price will react. As I believe very little valuation currently factors in robotaxis. And remember, whether you believe they're happening or not is somewhat moot, as you do not get to single-handedly dictate Tesla's stock price. That is up to Mr. Market, and we know that he is one crazy dude. Thanks for listening. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter and talk to me on Patreon.